So being Miss Oklahoma is really cool because you have the freedom to really do whatever you want with your year. And the day after I won, I got up to the directors. I went to their suite, and that's usually where they say, this is kind of the plan, this is what you're going to do. And because I had been doing this for so long, over the past 10 years, I have accumulated a business plan. I was ready to go. So I pulled out my laptop and I said, here's my 40-page business plan. This is what's going to happen. And they were so stoked. They were so on board. They're like, we've never had someone come in this room and do that. And I was like, well, I know what I want to do. I've wanted to do this for a long time. And my main goal was to do a school tour. So I wanted to be able to impact 10,000 students by the end of my reign, and so far I've been able to go and speak to 12,000. So I've already been able to surpass my goal just halfway through my reign. But my school tour has been really unique. Typically, Miss Oklahoma gives kind of one solidified presentation, but I tailor mine to each group of kids. So when a principal or superintendent reaches out to me about what that they want me to come visit, I ask them what their kids need to hear. And I create a presentation and some hands-on activities for those kids. But the one that has been really powerful is whenever I go to high schools and I give my presentation called You Are the Author of Your Own Narrative. And that's me very vulnerably sharing my story about where I come from. And it's been very moving because I have a lot of kids who have direct messaged me on Instagram, who have told me about their own struggles with parents who've been incarcerated or have substance abuse. And so honestly, being Miss Oklahoma for the past 6 months has been really healing for me, because for the longest time I felt so alone in my adversity. And not that I want other kids to go through the things that I did, but to know that I'm not alone is pretty incredible. And it's also really nice because I get to stand in front of these kids and say, look, I know exactly where you come from, and I know that it sucks. But the cool thing is it's completely out of your control. So it's not your fault. But what is in your control is whenever you get out and you get to create your own destiny. And so they're like, how did you become Miss Oklahoma? And I'm like, I don't know, but I did it, which means you can do whatever in the world you want to do too. And so it's really cool to just kind of be a standing beacon of hope when I go into these schools. But when I go to elementary schools, they really just want me to sing Disney songs. So it's a totally different vibe.